Hi guys, welcome back. I hope that now you're starting to see the diversity in everything and how we can start slowly breaking down those misconceptions of society and bringing the truth to the table so we can become more balanced. Now, today I thought that I would go into something that's quite important because there's a massive misconception within society that males and females are so significantly different and have such significantly different roles within society. And I always think, but why? But why? But why? The answer is actually very simple science. We're all made up of those X chromosomes and the one Y. So it's actually quite a simple answer to the question. It's just a chromosome. Um, and you're wondering, well, why and how has this gotten so out of control that we have turned into a male functioning or malfunctioning society? I'm going to take you back a good couple of thousand years into Adam and Eve, and again went why and why and why. And I sat there and I thought about it, and I was like, actually, I think the story goes a completely different way. So, whenever you're creating a product in a company, you create a prototype of what you want. You're like, there it was, man. It's like, that's pretty impressive. I like that. Right, but it could do with a bit of work. So curved it out, gave it some breasts. It's like, oh, it's looking good. It's looking good. But these two brains, they're not coordinating. They're not working together. So chopped one off and just made it all work out of the one operating unit. He's like, okay, now it can function. It can think about sex. It can think about everything all at the same time. Multitasking, which is fine. So he's like, okay, yeah, okay, so it's nice. And then everyone goes, well, what about the ribs? And I'm like, wow, you don't throw away good parts from Germany. You reuse and you recycle. And he gave it to the woman, and there it was, the female. And it's quite funny because we look at things as if they are so separate, but actually when you look at the reality of what it is, it's actually quite simple. The answer is in the question itself. And tomorrow I think I'll take you through psychology and looking at plants and animals from a female and male perspective, and actually how we are the only ones within society that don't function correctly. And it actually starts with looking at yourselves and the masculine and feminine within self. At the minute, are like this, man. Whereas, if in order to provide balance within a society, we need to start looking at the balance within ourselves, so we can then take that out into the world. It's why should I be cooking and cleaning and doing X, Y, and Z? Why can't we share the load? And because HR will tell you that when you rotate tasks, everyone gets good at a task, and then you both gain the skills. And it's not about one being stronger or weaker than the other sex. It's about uniting those together so we can actually operate as a whole. I can tell you that I like to jump fences, I like to do lots of boisterous things, but sadly, from a male perspective, if they do anything slightly feminine, it's the end of the world. It's actually not. The problem is that the misconception of society, so again, going back 2,000 years, why is it that God only had a son? I can tell you that a lot of the goddesses have been buried and hidden and taken out of society because they are just as important as the males. And if we united society as a whole and became a whole functioning place to be, then we wouldn't need control or anything like that. So what they've done is they've kept us separated from ourselves and then separated from each other. So this is why we don't have healthy relationships, where all our relationships are like this or like this, where they need to start becoming a little bit more balanced. And the balance starts within you understanding your masculine and feminine traits, how you can unite those within yourself, and then take those out into the world and start breaking down these barriers of injustice. Why do men get paid more than women? Why? Why? So once we're looking at the question why and understanding that, going a little bit more skin deep, we have all the same cells, we have all the same everything, and the only difference is that one chromosome. Now, are we really going to remain like this because of one letter or one simple question? That once we start to understand, we can actually go within ourselves and be like, I could do that. Why not? And I could do that too. Why not? It's okay for men to like to sew, and it's fine for people to do X, Y, and Z. And because society has put us in these ticky tacky little boxes, so you should play with a doll and you should do this, it doesn't mean that it's right. So we need to start bringing some sense and sensibility, logic, and a bit of science to the table. I will be going through, again, breaking down these misconceptions of society that have kept us prisoners of ourselves and then kept us away from actually coming together. United we stand, divided we fall. Oppression is everywhere, and sadly, it's not because we have done that to each other, it's the external forces that we need to start pushing back. And that comes through us uniting and understanding that without males and without females, there would be no society. A world with only males wouldn't produce anything, and a world with only females also wouldn't produce anything. We need the males and the females together to create or procreate more people. So once we start to understand that that balance doesn't come from anywhere, but from you understanding that it's okay to wear pink, it's okay to wear blue, it's okay to, dress however you want. We are living in 2020 where these misconceptions need to start coming down, and we can start to understand who we are and then how we're going to make the future, pave the way really for the next generations. Is it fair that people are growing up daily with being harassed, or little girls in China being murdered? There is so many, well, I'd like to say so much oppression of both masculine and feminine, because males are not, you're forced into this box of I'm okay, I don't need to have emotions. Everybody needs to have emotions. It's not a female thing. We all feel things. So once we start to understand the only difference between a male and a female is the why, which is always why. It's simple. So once you start breaking that down within you, we can start to take that out there. I hope this helped. I would like to ask you all to please like, share, pass it on. We really are at a pivotal point in history where it's time to take back and rewrite these misconceptions so our future generations can start to understand that unity doesn't just come externally, it comes from within. And we need to start going inwardly so we can then go out. So have a wonderful day, and thank you.